Hello and welcome to the Odd Ones podcast with your host. Fuck, how did I start it last time?
Well, you weren't fiddling with your bottle last time.
That's very true.
Do you want me to start it?
Yeah, go on.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Odd Ones podcast. I'm your host, Reese, and
Fraser.
we're the Odd Ones.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is our first podcast. We decided that um, we might as well buy our equipment and start getting things out as we've always wanted to start a podcast. And what was it you wanted to talk about today?
I just wanted to sort of reminisce of the old times and just think, because I was thinking, I can't remember what made me think of it, but personally, I think for me, I was brought up, I think there was no better generation I could have been brought up in. I'm not saying like we're the best one, but I'm glad I was born when I was born because we had the best TV shows, the best films, and I also feel like we grew up with technology. Like technology was there before we were born and stuff, but it didn't really get.
Well, it picked up as we were it's still there, but it like improved very quickly after, yeah, after we were born. So, just anyone that doesn't know, I'm 21, so I was born in 1999. I'm technically a 90s baby that likes to brag about being born in the 90s, but only knows, well, doesn't even remember anything from the 90s.
Yeah, you're pretty much a 2000s kid. So I'm a 2000 kid. I'm 19. I was born in August.
Yeah. I mean, we did get a lot of good TV shows and movies. I actually remember looking at your notes. Um, I remember when we in our old house we were playing in the close with uh our mate Billy and his brother Charlie. Uh, I remember, when was it? The Simpsons would come on at 6 o'clock and would get mum to call us in at 6 o'clock to make some kind of excuse or say that dinner was ready so that we didn't miss The Simpsons.
Yeah, is that still going?
Yeah, probably. They've probably got a lot of episodes now. Oh, seasons even.
Probably more than 20. They're all on Disney Plus now.
I wonder how long it would take to binge watch the whole of The Simpsons.
Long time.
Yeah, it's still going. It started in 1989 and it's still going to this day. And they're on 32 seasons.
32 seasons and they're still going.
Yeah, yeah.
It's mad. Yeah, we had the best TV shows that were out when we were kids. And a lot of them I remember, but I don't remember watching them. I'm like, I definitely watched this. Obviously, I remember like Post and Pat, Fireman Sam, Noddy.
You remember the Pingu opening where he would stand away from the toilet and pee really far from the toilet?
Oh, I don't remember what. Pingu.
Yeah, Pingu, he would pee, but he'd be really far from the toilet, and it would always be really impressive how he managed to get his pee in so far into the loo and not miss.
No,
No,
I've never
you
heard of this.
you don't remember that because I definitely tried it as a kid.
As a kid.
Yeah, see how far I could stand away before I need to like waddle back towards and not pee on the floor, pretty much.
How far did you get?
I don't know. I don't know, but I probably dribbled on the floor a little bit.
Probably. No, I mean, that is a skill. No, I don't remember that though.
Always remember that, just because that was a weird shit that I tried as a child, getting influenced by Pingu to pee really far away from the toilet bowl.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've never done that. I remember Dad told us a story how he jumped off the shed with an umbrella because he watched Mary Poppins. I'm pretty sure loads of kids have done some weird things because they're in kids' TV shows.
Movies, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, to bring back the point is why I was thinking I was lucky I was brought up in the generation I am because while I was looking up kids' TV shows, I saw that they've remade some of our classic ones, and they look terrible now.
But do they look terrible because you know what the quote unquote classic looks like?
Yeah.
Is it a matter of an opinion and how that is not how you remembered it, so it's not really your favorite, you know? I remember you saying that Bob the Builder was animated now.
Yeah, but the Builder's older, I think now.
Yeah, I think Teletubbies is also animated too. I think everything is pretty much animated from when it wasn't. And I'm pretty sure Teletubbies have also had children or something like that, which is a weird thought because then you had to think about the Teletubbies had sex.
I don't think the Teletubbies did have kids.
Well, they do now.
Oh, the Teletubbies have kids?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That Hoover thing that would serve up like pink pie or some shit.
Maybe in the Sun's also like our age.
Yeah, she has yeah, she has a baby too.
So I wonder who they've replaced for the Sun. Or they've probably just
Yeah,
reused.
they haven't. Nah, they probably haven't used anyone. They just animated it, probably.
Yeah, no, but still, it's still like because you're getting all the live action Disney films that not not really that great. Some of them, they're all right, but they're not like the animated.
Well, they're not as good because of the nostalgia from it. But if you're watching that animated version, well, the newer version for the first time and not seeing the original, so like you know a young teenager now, you probably think is a lot better. Because could you imagine what classic horror movies look like now to us? We're probably they're not scary. They're funny, you know? But if you were to watch a modern horror movie, like a remake horror movie, you'd find that more scary because it's just technology's improved, CGI, filming techniques has all been updated. So, if a child was to watch Lion King, the original, they probably wouldn't quite get the nostalgia from it, but they would from the animated version because, the CGI version. 'Cause CGI looks better. It's what they used to. It's not what we used to. We used to like cartoons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I still
I
think,
personally still think ours is better, but I think that's because that's what we've grown up with.
yeah, but still think. Obviously, the originals will always
Oh yeah,
be better.
yeah, definitely.
But no, I just it wasn't just about the TV shows. I was just thinking about how we didn't have phone. We didn't really. Well, we had phones, but no one would ever bother texting because you had to hold down.
Oh yeah, you press one button 3 times to get like the last letter or something. Yeah, and it just took forever to text.
Like have to use the home phone and call our friends, and their mum would answer and would be like, "Oh, can so and so come out?"
I don't remember really calling their home phone. I would always go around their house and knock and ask.
Yeah, I did both really. Sometimes I would call up the phone and be like, "Oh, can so and so come out at this time?" Or just go and knock.
Yeah, it's a risky game, but now you just text them, arrange it, and there's no last minute plans.
No, there's no, "Oh, should we go here?" Just get together and, "Oh, where do you want to go?" It's always text, "Should we meet here?" I always think because when we were growing up, we never had things like Instagram or Snapchat, that we lived in the moment. Like there was no, "Oh, should we capture this?" Because there was nowhere to put it. Video recordings were on our phones was disgustingly horrible that we never really bothered. So we didn't really take pictures on phones or anything. We
Less
just sort of
distracted by social media because it is barely a thing.
no, it really wasn't a thing.
Other than like MSN, but I don't think I ever. Well, I didn't use that. I don't think I was at the peak where it kind of like Facebook was being phased in.
Yeah, yeah. No, I use MSN, but yeah, I had it. I used it for like a week or so, and then I think Facebook then came big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you remember having a joint Facebook at one point?
Yeah, when we first had it, we had a joint Facebook. We'd have to share it, and then doesn't the email like Fraser.Vincent if like Reese.Frasers at something.
Yeah, something like that. And I know that I have the Facebook account that I use now was our shared one, but I've obviously updated the email and password and everything like that. And I don't ever remember creating a new Facebook. So you must have,
Yeah, I
yeah,
create
fucked
the
this up.
Facebook. You have the joint one, and then I made myself my own one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I remember like having a load of your friends added on my Facebook at one point, and then yeah, because it'd just be combined. And when we message people, we'd have to let people know that, oh, this is Reese, by the way, or this
Yeah,
is Fraser.
to the point where then Mum let us have our own.
Imagine having a joint Facebook with someone, though. Like now, like couples have joint Facebook.
I never understood that couples have that joint Facebook or Instagram.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's like a business thing and like you want to become like a social media influencer on Instagram, I guess I could see. But Facebook is not really a thing to have a joint account on.
Not really. No. It seems like it's the kind of thing you'd do if you like pussy whipped or or someone doesn't trust the other, Want to make sure that they're not cheating on them so they can read all their messages.
They probably also have a separate one as well, though. I don't think they. I've I've never had.
I don't know. I mean, I have heard stories of couples that have one Facebook.
Yeah, I don't really use Facebook. I use Facebook Messenger, but I don't really scroll through Facebook. I sort of think Facebook sort of died out a bit. It's more of
Well,
the
for us, Facebook is like the boomers thing, isn't it? Like, mum and dad are still using it. Whatever we do, they put it on Facebook. But like our generation, I'd say our generation is more like Instagram, Snapchat, and then the younger generation are using. Well, and we're also using TikTok, but the younger generation are using TikTok more. I'd say. So
a lot of businesses using TikTok as well. TikTok's the new, and also across the road, our neighbours are using TikTok, and they're considered boomers.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's true. Well, I mean, more popular. I'm not saying that every young person
Yeah,
using
yeah,
it.
the majority
No
of younger
older,
people.
yeah, just the majority. I don't know. I haven't got TikTok, and I haven't. I don't know. Apparently, it's like really easy to get like noticed on there. Like you can get a lot of views quite easily, which is why people are using it. I know it doesn't appeal to me. I watched a video about the creators of it because their the owners are well, the founders are Chinese. It's a Chinese company, and apparently they like track all your information and keystrokes and that. People that work in the Pentagon are apparently not allowed to download TikTok, and their families aren't allowed to use it either because of information that's being kept by TikTok. Legally, by the way, and sold on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there was something out there, but basically TikTok can use your private videos, not the ones that you've up like ones you filmed and then archived. Basically TikTok can use them in promotions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like any video that you make on TikTok is TikToks, and they don't have to ask you. They can just put it on there like a YouTube or use it as a trailer. Once you've uploaded to TikTok, it's TikToks.
I would want someone to ask me. And plus, think about how many like influencers aren't getting brand deals because they're just taking any old video from someone else. To be fair, it's a smart idea for TikTok to save a load of money.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like not a good app. It is like getting people creative, and it is. There's funny things on, but there's also I think the main thing that gets picked up is that the cringy stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. But TikTok is like the new Vine, though, isn't it? I have a friend who uses TikTok a lot, but she doesn't make her own or anything like that. But she said like once you get past all the cringe mainstream TikTok stuff, if you've been on there long enough, then you find all the actual decent stuff, decent meme stuff. And I have been like meaning to try out TikTok just because I want to see how good it is at editing. Seems like you can get quite creative, do green screen stuff like that.
You can also do the green screen stuff on Instagram.
Oh, can you?
I'll show you, but yeah, it's so you know you had the filters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one called like I can't remember, but yeah, it's a green screen and you pick a picture and it comes up behind you. I came across it randomly. I didn't. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I was like, oh, pick a picture. Oh, damn. That was yeah, it was
Ah,
pretty easy.
green screen on Instagram stories.
Also, another point about why where I was born was so good is because we didn't have Instagram or Snapchat, there was no perception on how to look and how to dress. There was obviously a little bit because it's just in like social situations, but like there was no like influencers or whatever that you're like, oh, I really want to be like them. I was looking back at pictures and I had like everything, every bit. My shorts were like checkered green. My t-shirt was like red. My high tops were like I was wearing high tops with shorts, and they were like green, white, blue, anything like multicolored. I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah, well, I think that was the mainstream back then, though, wasn't it? Like bright neon colors. I swear that was a fashion trend at one point. Like 100%, that must have been a thing. Having bright neon colors.
No, I think they were bright. Yeah, no, it was. It was like
100%.
gloves and
Yeah, you'd have
hats.
like fingerless gloves that are like checkered black and pink or something, and you have like you know from N Dubs you'd have like dappy hat, you
Yeah,
know.
I remember where odd socks was a big fashion at one point, like the sports socks, the short ones, not the long ones, but like the
Oh
odd.
really?
Yeah, yeah, the odd ones were.
I remember high tops being a all of those shoes. They were just like really fat, and the tongue was really like big, and it was a trend not to do up the laces.
Yes, I remember
What are they
that.
called?
I don't know, but I never got into that. I didn't like that. I never really followed the fashion. I still really don't. I'm not really like, oh, I have to wear this because everyone else is wearing that. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm not going to wear this because everyone else is wearing it. If I like it, I'll wear it. I don't care if it's not fashionable or it is
I know,
fashionable.
yeah, no, I never really followed that. I think you may have followed it more than I did, though, from what I can remember. It's because I think you were more popular than I was, though. Back at school, I definitely had those fat lip shoes, though. I remember that.
What, the high tops?
Yeah, something like that. And that's just because they were comfy. They were quite comfy, and then I didn't do up the laces because not only was that the thing, but also I was lazy, so it was an excuse not to do up my laces. To be fair, just like pull them, tuck them in, done. Now I do that with every pair of shoes I owned. Really, when I was younger, just didn't do up the laces because I couldn't be
Are you
asked.
talking about like the no fear shoes, like the big skater boy ones?
No, I think I'll see if I can find a picture.
No, yeah, there was loads of random things that were popular back then, but that's sort of just been dried up. But a lot of things come into fashion or come popular and then just sort of die out really quickly.
Oh yeah, well, the fashion industry is always looking for new trends, you know, so it's always be ever evolving. Because if you never have a new trend, then you wouldn't keep selling new things, would you? I just searched 2000s high top shoes. I reckon, I don't know if it'll come up though.
Also another thing was PC games, online ones like Club Penguin and Roblox and Mushy Monsters, Bin Weevils, and what was the other one? Movie Star Planet.
I never played Movie Star Planet. I remember going through a bit of a Club Penguin phase, uh, and then my friends found Roblox, and then it was like us three into Roblox for a little bit, and it seemed like everyone started playing. These are the shoes,
Oh yeah,
like that. Is that what you meant? Like proper hip hop style streetwear
yeah. I mean,
shoes.
it doesn't really help the listeners,
Well, I'm trying to describe them,
but yeah, yeah, just basically high tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the PC games are great. Mission Monsters, I remember trying once. Then I figured it was more educational, so I fucked that off and went back to playing Roblox.
I don't think it was. It was just terrible. It's a terrible, I think. But Movie Star Planet I had for like 5 minutes, and it was for like it's like snobby kids, like stuck up kids, just for the. I'm not saying like everyone on there was stuck up, but I'm just saying what I experienced was like the fucking dickhead kids on there, and I was like, yeah, delete that. But I definitely had a couple in Roblox, and also RuneScape.
RuneScape, I tried to set up, but I remember it didn't work for me for some reason. I don't know what it was. So I just like, again, I just fucked it off and went back to Roblox. Do you remember your Roblox name?
Yeah, it was
Ninja Snowman, because you spelt ninja wrong.
no, before it was like Jake something.
Yeah, why would you use the word Jake? Why would you use Jake as a name? Is that your just like fantasy name?
No, I think it was like my friend at the time.
So he used his name.
So I just used his name and then put like random numbers, and then I think that account got hacked or whatever. Because I had RuneScape, I had a joint RuneScape with my friend, and that got hacked. But and I think also my Club Penguin, I think I forgot the password or something, so I made a new one, and it was near Christmas, and I can't remember. It was either I couldn't spell ninja, which is probably right, or Ninja Snowman was taken.
Oh, I could imagine it was definitely because you couldn't spell ninja. I couldn't imagine it was because it was taken. Like, it was such a you thing. Ninja Snowman.
I've
I
tried to
remember
use that in several other games, but I remember trying to use that in one game, and it told me I couldn't have it because it was racist.
if it's racist, very sorry. Didn't mean it to be. But yeah, no, Reese just couldn't spell ninja. That's funny though. Mine was Nanny 805289.
Yeah, how did you get yours? So my one's not as weird as your one. You had nanny. I had
That is very
Ninja
true.
Snowman, and you had nanny.
I picked that on purpose too. It wasn't like it couldn't spell it. Well, on Club Penguin, for some reason, I had Nanny 805288, and I don't know why. I think it's just like the first word that came to mind. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I picked that. And then I pick a load of numbers. Yeah, so I had that. Then on Roblox, I was like, okay, Nanny 80528 with 9 on the end. Fuck knows why. I remember people always asking me, like, why Nanny? Are you a boy or a girl? I'm like, yeah, I'm a boy. I'm a guy. I don't know. A lot of times, people would question me, and it was literally just because it was the first thing that came to my mind. I thought, fuck it, I'll just pick this name. It'll work, you know?
Yeah, isn't yours? You've changed it now. Your sort of gamer tag is Gaming Monkey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My gaming tag, well, the things I use for games or just like any kind of like, yeah, for games, I guess, is just Gaming Monkey. And that's because on Xbox, 360. You remember those little icons?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that was a monkey, and I was like, well, pick that because they're my favorite kind of animal. Oh yeah, monkey gaming. So it's just gaming monkey. And normally that's always taken, so there's a variation of gaming monkey A or F or some kind of letter.
Yeah, or numbers.
I never really used numbers after. I've never had to use numbers. No. My number days ended at 8:05 to 8:09. Which I still remember. Uh yeah. It's because it swings for me, Just flows.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Also, so thinking about our phones now and how like genuine smart they are, can you remember when your ultimate dream phone was the flip phone? So when you turn to the side, you flip it up and it had the keyboard on it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember just like wanted it because a keyboard would be so much easier to type with, message people with. But I did actually, when Blackberries were like the in thing, I had a Blackberry torch, which is like essentially a phone that just slide up and reveal a keyboard underneath.
Yeah, and it was touchscreen.
Yeah. So I got like the dog's bollocks of Blackberry the Blackberries, except from the fact that it couldn't get any good games on there. It was a pretty shit phone.
Except from that game, where you had that ball and then you hit the ball into the bricks and it pops them.
Oh yeah, but that's like on everything. But yeah, no, I remember really wanting that the phone that you'd turn on the side and flip up the keyboard. I pretty much got that button as a Blackberry. That was when Blackberries were really popular. Do you remember when Blackberries were the in thing?
Oh yeah, I had a BlackBerry. They were fucking terrible phones. You had to. I took that battery out and put it back in so many times that the top of the battery sort of broke. It still worked, but the glue the plastic bit unstuck. But I had to push that in every time I took the battery out and put it back
I
in.
think with Blackberries coming out was when I realized how people would just go on their phones like way too much.
Yeah, because that was when I think when social media sort of took off because it was
Oh,
BBM.
well, BBM came out, wasn't it? BBM pin. You can add people, and then you could like chain mail message people, couldn't you? Like, oh, fill out this form or whatever,
And you
and
could ping people.
yeah, and ping people. What the fuck was ping?
You don't remember ping? It was just basically this thing that you could do. It was
Was it like poking people on Facebook? It was just really useless.
yeah, basically.
I remember it, but I just don't remember it. I just can't remember.
Yeah, it was just basically just comes up with a red, it says ping with two exclamation marks in red, and it just vibrates your phone. It just says ping. I don't know what the point was it of.
To annoy the fuck out of people if they're ignoring you, just
Yeah, just
ping
ping them.
ping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember it being a thing, I just can't remember it. It's definitely useless. And then like I remember Blackberries used to be like the in work phone because Dad had one at one point, didn't he? And then they kind of like died off. I don't know what happened to them.
Uh,
Blackberry like peaked when we were in high school.
yeah, I definitely think that they're still around. They are just sort of business phones. They have gone, obviously, they've advanced, but
I don't think many people would buy them if they haven't advanced.
yeah, like I wouldn't. Yeah, they were just weird phones because they had the big. They were like really round and they had the keyboard and then small little square screen.
Little brick phones, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were rubbish.
Yeah, and then you could have like the nice. You could buy fucking loads of cases for
And you
them.
can have the bit at the back can come off, so you can like have buy them in different colors.
Yeah.
And the keyboard you could replace with.
And one thing weirdly I remember about Blackberries also is never being able to screenshot. But you'd have to download an app which would like crunch your screen. It was just like it would animate a monster eating your screen, but it'd screenshot it and it had the little like picture in the corner of your
Oh
screenshot. Do you remember that?
yes.
And I remember Even if your phone was on mute, you couldn't silent the sound. So I'd just
Yeah,
be
that
like,
munch sound.
yeah. So I'd be like sitting there in a silent room, like, ha, that's a funny meme or whatever, and I'd just in a silent room, just yeah,
There wasn't really any memes back then though, because there was nowhere to put them.
there was screenshot 'em on your phone. I remember like definitely as soon as the internet was out and we had some kind of social media, memes started coming out. Definitely, 100%. Because I remember screenshotting loads of stuff, and I would have that screenshot app, and it was well annoying. But like screenshotting just wasn't a thing. We had to download an app for it.
And the camera on a BlackBerry was shocking.
Yeah, like camera and anything back then was
I
shocking.
think literally anyone who brought a BlackBerry only got it for BBM.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Blackberries back then were like iPhones now. People only had them. Well, I feel like they only had them because they were the in thing. They were popular, and BBM was such a big thing. You know, everyone was messaging on BBM.
You can download BBM now on like anything on your Android and stuff. But obviously, still really.
It's just not the same, is it? It's not. It's not worth it. I remember BBM actually. I remember reminiscing a lot about Blackberries. I remember every time we would go to the cinema to watch a movie, I'd save the movie poster. I'd change my BBM profile picture to the movie poster and my status to watching blah 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 blah. It was I don't know why the fuck I'm remembering this
I
shit,
remember you
but
doing that.
yeah, because you could upload your status and shit, couldn't you?
Yeah,
You
like
just check.
WhatsApp,
You have a little phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that was in thing.
and it
Oh,
also showed you what you were listening to.
oh, really?
Yeah, you could turn it off and turn it on or off.
On and off.
But yeah, but where the picture was and your name was underneath the name, it showed you what you're listening to.
Yeah.
But it was always like no one would do it legally, so it'd be like underscore
It would
underscore.
like Panic at the Disco, but like underscore between every word because no one downloaded music legally. No one. Well, it's because I guess it's because we didn't have a proper streaming platform for it.
Not for phones. The only thing was on iTunes was when you had like
I
iPod.
remember I would buy a CD, put it through iTunes to download the CD. So this was legal because I brought the CD, and then obviously from there I, listen to it.
Yeah, because there was no Spotify, there was no like
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud or
Amazon
anything. It was
Music,
literally you'd have to buy the CD, download it on iTunes, and put it on your iPod.
or you could just download on buy it the from iTunes. But I remember always buying CDs still. I remember always wanting CDs and not digital, but now it would be like the opposite. I know now I just don't need CDs. I just got Spotify.
Yeah, it is a lot better. It's nice to have a CD, but there's no point.
There's no need for a CD
No
now
need
though.
for a CD anymore.
It's a bit like,
Records, I understand.
yeah, but records are more for aesthetic though, I'd say. There's no need for a record. It's just aesthetic.
Some friend at work collects records.
I could imagine there's records out there that are actually quite rare to like own.
Oh yeah,
I know that the first Guns N' Roses record, their first album cover, the one I'm talking about, the robot eating attacking some prostitute or some shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that as it is quite rare, so I think it's considered a collector's item. Before they had the cross with the skulls of each member. Hey, Appetite of Distraction, it was a robot like going to eat some kind of prostitute or something. I assume she was a prostitute. I think she had her tits out or whatever. Can't remember.
Just assume that she's a prostitute.
Have a look. Just making sure that I'm not offending or making assumptions.
Yeah, just whatever he say, just don't take us up on it.
Yeah, I mean no harm.
Just we're just making up. Like Dad always says, speak with confidence and people will believe you.
Well,
You wrong?
I don't know. I reckon she probably was. There was some kind of sexual act because her underwear is down.
Ah, okay, there we
So,
go then.
but yeah, that as a record is a collector's item. But if that is, that's going back to like nostalgia reasons, really, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
buying records and
And keeping
yeah, and keeping
CDs.
CDs. I know that someone that I work with, he said they had a CD collection and like a massive CD collection. But he says, there's no point. It's worthless. No one buys CDs.
Well, no, I definitely think some people still listen to CDs.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I'd listen to CDs on in my car, but that's when if my phone isn't working or something, then I'll just put CD on.
Don't think I've ever put a CD in my car. I don't
Really?
think I have. No.
I definitely have. I for a long time it would be my music source. Just didn't want to listen to the radio, and then I didn't have Spotify.
My first car, the radio was broken, so I'd have to connect my phone to a portable speaker, and have that in the back of the car.
Really?
Yeah, and then I got my car fixed.
Well, your first car, you got it fixed.
Yeah, yeah, my first car, the radio, it was like missing a fuse or something. Like the cigarette lighter, so I couldn't have a Bluetooth thing.
Okay, right.
I could have brought a new CD, but it's like 30 quid. So I was like,
There's
nah,
no
just.
point doing that.
No, I remember driving along and then randomly it changed to the CD that's trapped in there.
Yeah. What was it?
And it was something like, I don't know, it was like some soul stuff. Some proper up. I think I was with Lauren and it just randomly just started like playing some upbeat songs. So we are like, yeah, okay then, let's just listen to this then.
You can't complain too much then.
No, no.
Not bad, not bad. I remember the car that I bought. I bought it off Sam, didn't I? He left a CD in there, and he left some uh fragrance too. Men, I almost call it perfume, but that's
Aftershave.
female. That's it. Yeah, he left aftershave in there too. And then I messaged him. I was like, "Oh yeah, you left this in the car. Did you want it?" He didn't reply to me, so I was like, I assume not. So I kept it, and I got like this ultimate driving CD, which I don't think I actually ever properly tried to. I think I tried to listen to it once, and I was like, nah, fuck this, can't be asked to listen to this. I think it was, I don't know, it wasn't my kind of thing. And then the aftershave I kept and used. Clearly didn't want it back, so it's mine now. Bought the car, got free CD and an aftershave.
Damn, yeah. You know what? Do you remember the first time you ever drank alcohol?
I remember the first time being drunk, but I don't remember the first time drinking alcohol.
I remember the first. Was the first time you got drunk? Was at that party when
Yeah, is
is
that
that
like
fruit punch?
no? The first time I got properly drunk was around my old friend Hannah's house for Dan's party or something. I ended up throwing up in her garden and being like assisted home. It wasn't even that late either because I remember I had to cancel a drum lesson because I couldn't go because I was drunk.
Is that when you drank like 2 wine bowls
I mean, yes, I definitely drank a lot.
or one?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
You used. Oh, you still are. You are a massive lightweight. You're probably just
Oh,
probably smelt.
back then I probably smelt it and got drunk. But yeah, no, I remember downing wine or something. But yeah, I got really drunk. That was funny. That was like my first time
I
properly
remember.
being
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah. I actually remember that now. I was sitting on the sofa and you were sitting there. You're like, Reese,
I love
I
you.
love you.
Yeah, I remember that. And
Yeah.
then I remember you like taking the piss and filming me, and I was like well embarrassed, Oh god,
No,
I
I
can't believe
didn't.
it.
Dad
No,
did.
Dad did. Dad, and then obviously you lot mocked me for it too, and I was like, oh, won't be too long before you'll like it. Do you remember the first time you were drunk?
I don't remember the first time I got drunk, but I remember the first time I drank. It was like properly. I think it was like some Ocean's 8 shit. That's what it felt like. Because we had the mini fridge and not the mini fridge. We had another fridge in the garage. I had to basically I can't remember what excuse I said, but I basically had to sneak a bag out, fill it up with the alcohol, whatever was in that fridge, just put it in because obviously it wasn't like you don't really know what you like or don't like
Yeah, you
because it's
just
the
take
first time you're
whatever,
drinking.
yeah.
So you just take whatever. I pass it to my friend because we have a gate in the garden that leads to the side of the
Oh, we had an
house.
alleyway, didn't we? Kind of
No,
an
no, 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 it
alleyway
was this
next.
house, not our old house.
Really? That was your first time drinking? You didn't drink? Oh shit! Yeah, because we were in this house. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we
were
were
a
in this house when you drank.
bit too young to be drinking in the old house. Yeah, no. All right, go on, carry on.
Yeah, so yeah, we threw anything in this bag. I passed it to my friend over the fence, and I went in. I was like, "All right, mum, I'm going out. Don't know what time I'll be home. So don't need dinner." Obviously, we had a time limit. Obviously, I couldn't rock in at 12 at night when I was like 12 or something, probably or younger. But yeah, so there's like a I don't know how you explain it. You know, near Tesco's, so that big bridge, that bridge. Yeah, we drunk under that bridge. We sat under it. A couple of our friends were just
You snuck out alcohol,
yeah. And then we thought we were sick. We were like, oh my god, we just pulled off a banging heist. We got this alcohol sitting under this.
robbed you from alcohol, just drinking it under a
Yeah, mum. I
bridge
don't think
like
mum ever
cool
mentioned like, oh,
kids.
why is there no alcohol? It was sort of like the oh, we don't like this alcohol, so we'll put it in the garage
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
fridge.
the reject alcohol, the alcohol that only comes out during parties
Yeah,
for
because other
everyone
people
else to
drink it.
drink. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was didn't get drunk because I didn't really like beer then or anything like that. I was more on the sort of the soft cider, like Kopberg sort of stuff.
I think everyone probably started off with that
Yeah,
kind of
obviously to
shit.
start off with, it was like beer was disgusting, but
Beer for me is still disgusting.
no,
Like I
I've
can't.
grown, but I've it's weird because one minute I hate it and I'll try it and I'll be like, oh, this is good. Like I used to detest coffee, hate it. Then I had it this one time. I was like, this is really good, and I just drink it like all the time.
Yeah, then you got really into coffee.
Yeah, and I still am. I still love coffee and tea.
I've never really given tea the chance, but I much prefer a coffee. Just I don't know. I don't know when I really like tried it. Probably like when I was working in the construction company.
Yeah. So when yes, when you so I remember you didn't like coffee either. You were nah, coffee's disgusting, whatever. And I was like, look, just try it.
Yeah, the thing is with me though, I like to try it originally. I was like a classic, no milk, no sugar. Try that. Tried that. That's good. Nice black coffee, and that's how I still drink it now. Nice black coffee, nothing in it, just add water. Perfect way. No arguing. And then I have tried it with milk, and it's just like I want to taste the coffee and not milky
That's
coffee.
why I like flat whites. It's because it's in espresso. That's why you never have like a large flat white. It's like they're normally medium because there is espresso with like frothed milk.
Yeah.
You like you can taste the coffee and you can taste the milk. It's not just like a milk with a little bit of coffee in it.
No.
I know people that literally their coffees are just like I walk past them and I'll be like, "Oh, do you want some coffee with that milk?" But yeah, it's weird. Like, we all have our
Drinks
coffees different.
differently. Yeah, teas differently, coffees
Coffee.
differently. There's like a million different kind of coffees.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it's like those.
I can't. I don't know. Classic. Just put the coffee in. Instant
You like an
coffee.
americano?
Yeah, I don't like it like too strong because otherwise it fucks up my stomach and makes me want to shit. But that's pretty much with anyone. I don't like that. I like So when I do put my coffee in, I don't put a massive heap. So it's kind of like a medium sized
Well, yeah,
heap.
because if you're having it black, obviously you don't want to put. I like mine strong coffee
Yeah,
with
yeah.
milk. If I was having it black, I'd. I can't believe we're having a deep conversation about coffee and the way we have our coffee.
Well, why not? That's the whole point of the podcast is to talk about anything. And this is
Yeah,
what we come on to.
basically, guys, we'll literally be talking in depth about literally like shit.
Anything, as you know, because that's what you've been listening to.
Yeah, you'll be like, what are these guys just ranting on about?
Yeah, we're talking about coffee and tea and vinyl CDs and high tops and BBM. Yeah, no, I remember in the Hayward Barrett place I used to work at. I think it was probably then I started drinking coffee because I remember when I first started working there, they asked me what I wanted to drink, and I said hot chocolate. And I would always just drink hot chocolate, and then I'd probably try coffee, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this isn't that bad. Or it was with George because I know that George was a massive. He drink coffee all the time. He loves coffee.
Yeah,
You
me and
know.
George would always be like, "You want a coffee, George?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, of course I do." I'd be like, "Ah,
Yeah,
make
so
it."
I probably like got into it a bit because, or started drinking it because he did too. Now sometimes I have coffee just because I like the taste, because I like in the morning just like a nice coffee, wake you up a little bit. But I'm also always a bit like skeptical about coffee because I can find that it would wake me up for a little bit, but then just make me drowsy for the rest of the
Yeah,
day.
it's I don't know what is it. It's like it's a boost. It's like gives you loads of energy and then just dump
Yeah, like I'll
energy
get
dump.
my energy and then I just crash, but sometimes it just wouldn't give me as much energy. So I think if I'm in the mood for a coffee, I have to like think, is it going to make me tired for the rest of the day after the energy crash? Because I don't want to keep drinking coffee to stay awake because that's not healthy.
Nah, some people can get addicted to coffee, can't they?
Oh yeah,
Because coffee and tea are a drug, aren't they?
well, caffeine is a
Caffeine,
drug.
that's the one. Yeah.
I think there's more caffeine in tea than there is coffee. I'm not too sure, so don't hold me on that. But yeah, did you know the best way to get your energy from coffee is to drink coffee, nap for 20 minutes, and then work because it takes 20 minutes for caffeine to kick in. So you're having a nap, you're resting your body while you're waiting for the caffeine to kick in. And after your 20-minute nap, you feel rested from your nap and the caffeine has kicked in. Boom. Napping advice with Fraser.
The drink that has been drunk the most in the world is tea.
Yeah, that's because tea dates back for like millions of
I
years.
know, and because obviously like tea is different in different like cultures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can get million different kinds of tea. Do you drink herbal tea? To be fair, I
Or
drink
like green
herbal
tea.
tea. Yeah, like green tea, lemon tea, like all those different.
Yeah. I have. I really gotten into that. Because they're actually really, really good for your immune system.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and I wasn't great on green tea to begin with. I was like, oh, this is really mank, and I just sort of had to push myself through it. And then I always thought like the flavored ones, like the strawberry and raspberry ones, they were basically hot
Oh
juice.
yeah, yeah, they are.
But no, and then I just pushed through it, kept drinking them, and now I actually really like them. Also, a good tea is biscuit brew. It's tea that tastes as if there's a biscuit in it.
Why don't you just make tea and dunk biscuits
Nah, it's
in?
weird, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's
Surely
just
that
like
just tastes a little bit like a soggy biscuit. Surely that should be its flavour. Soggy biscuit tea.
no, it's not. It's weird, but yeah, you should try it. I'll buy it and I'll make you try it.
Do you remember that mate tea I brought back from South America? It
Yes, I do. That was mank.
was a bit weird. Everyone was drinking it. And I remember thinking it was probably like some kind of drug or something. And then I remember not being the only one thinking it was some kind of drug. But yeah, everyone in South, well, not everyone, it's very popular in South America. Some
Yeah.
people like have these massive like bags where they can just sip out of it.
Really?
Yeah, just sip like mate tea. It's like all pre-made in this big leather bag or whatever. And big, what's what's big metal? What's the big metal container you have to keep
It's like
hot water in?
a cup, mug.
Yeah, yeah, a thermos, isn't it? Is that what you call?
Yeah, yeah, like the small metal.
Yeah, to keep your water warm. Yeah, I remember that everyone just walking around with like those that squeeze into the mate tea and you drink it. And I know I wasn't a massive fan. I only really tried it once. But yeah, it was alright. But with that, you can't boil it. You're not allowed to boil it, and it's gonna be done specifically too. I remember buying all the shit to bring back because it's a classic thing, and now like no one's drank it, and it's sat in our cupboard for 3 years, and we've only ever drank it once.
Yeah, because it's just not nice.
Yeah,
Like, the
it is.
cup's cool, and I've washed it, and I keep that, like, make sure that doesn't rust and stuff. But I'd probably try it again, just to like. I wouldn't like it, but I just to try it.
Yeah, just to remind yourself what it tastes like. Yeah, no, to be fair, I'd do the same.
It sort of tasted a bit like sawdust, but like metallic sawdust.
Like earthy
Yeah, or
sawdust.
like soily sawdust.
Yeah, yeah.
It is like there's loads of teas and different. Obviously, here English tea is obviously the most famous one, and I'm sure there's this green tea famous in different places. It's weird. Like everywhere you go, they'll just have different teas.
So we'll bring this episode to a close. We've been rambling on for quite a while, and I'm sure we could continue. Thank you very much for listening and joining along. We hope you enjoyed. Would love to hear any kind of feedback from you. So let us know. You can find me on Instagram as 303.error.
Me, RWV underscore photography.
And yeah, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you later.
Bye.